I've just slipped away from the community Christmas party here in Wellington. I just wanted to do my end of day summary while there's still a little bit of light left in the air, and then I'll go back over and keep enjoying the festivities. And I hope the lineup for the sausage sandwiches has died down. I desperately wanted one, but the lineup was just way too large. So when I go back, hopefully that lineup will have died down a little bit. My day started off today at Kintyre Living, and I did a talk to the residents there, and it was, from my perspective, a really good talk, really good opportunity to talk a little bit about myself, but more importantly, to sit back and listen to what people had to say. And people had some great questions there. They want to know about an independent and how an independent can be effective in a government when we hear so much from the government that you need to be in the party to be able to be effective. And I talked about some of the things that, say, Tony McGrain has done, that Dawn Fardella has done, and just the processes in government that I believe that I can make a real difference. Also heard about health, questions around health and health services, and some of the people living there, that is a big issue for them to make sure they've got effective health services. And also heard about very fast trains and just some of the infrastructure that's occurring around trains, not necessarily the VFT announcement that was made by the Premier yesterday, taking trains out to Orange, but no further. In fact, not taking trains out to Orange, taking a feasibility study and looking at taking trains out to Orange. And I think there was a little bit of cynicism in the room about that particular part of it. There was some discussion around the Auditor General's report around the fact that supposedly regional areas, way back with Restart New South Wales started in 2011, were meant to get 30% of that bucket of money, and so far the Auditor General says at best regional areas are getting 18%, so we are certainly being shortchanged, there's no doubt about that. I then had to travel down to Coomabella, and I had some farmers to meet up with out there, and I'm always learning things, and I love that. So today I learned that there's some farmers around Coomabella that get apple pulp delivered to them from a factory in Canberra, and that factory has no use for, they make apple cider, they have no use for the apple pulp after the production process, so they would normally throw that out. So this particular farmer has got into a transport company that will go down to Canberra, pick up the apple pulp, bring it out there, and they feed it to their cattle. The only cost for them is the cost of transport, which is still a bit expensive, but what a great concept and what a great reuse of that material, or use of material that might have otherwise been thrown out. So I thought that was fascinating. Had a chat to a gentleman there about water and about some of the ideas around bringing more water into regional New South Wales, and certainly with some of the things I've been seeing lately about how precious water is and the allocation of water and everyone fighting and arguing over that same bit of water. If we had more water, that would certainly solve the problem. It seems pretty obvious, but again, trying to get more water into this particular area is a bit of a challenge. I've then come down here to the community Christmas party, walked around, and it's getting to the point now, which is fantastic, where people are starting to know my face, know my name, and people are just approaching me. I literally just walk around, just saying hello to people, and they'll just come over and approach me and start to ask me questions about things that they might have, some burning issue or something that they want to know about. So it's been really effective from that perspective, and I enjoy it when people just come over and say hello. So please, if you see me, don't be scared, don't be concerned, just come over and ask me whatever question you've got. I don't have all the answers, but it's great to have those questions so I can go and find out some of those answers. Tomorrow's another busy day. I'm going to end up tomorrow afternoon at the Lawson Park Twilight Markets over in Mudgee, so I'll hopefully see lots of people there. And then on Sunday I'll be out at Lazy River for another market there. This has been Mathew Dickerson, your independent voice. Now let's see if I can go and get one of those sausages.